This is a summary of AI Superpowers, written by Kai-Fu Lee. Imagine a world where driverless cars whisk you to your destination, firefighting drones swoop in to save the day, and your email program knows exactly what you want to say next. Sounds futuristic, right? Well, artificial intelligence, AI, is making all of this a reality, and it's only getting started. And guess who's leading the charge? The US and China, home to some of the brightest minds pushing the boundaries of AI. China is pulling out all the stops to become the global leader in AI. They're not just talking the talk, they're walking the walk. From slashing rent for AI startups to creating streamlined processes for new businesses, China is setting the stage for a tech revolution. They're even making sure the kids of startup executives get into top-notch schools. It's clear they mean business. But can they really outdo Silicon Valley? Kai-Fu Lee, who knows both Silicon Valley and China's tech hub Zhongguancun inside out, thinks they can. He believes China is poised to dominate the AI industry and reshape the global economy. In this audiobook, you'll discover the rise of the Chinese Groupon and how it became a global giant, the story behind WeChat's transformation into the world's most powerful super app, how a personal health scare led the author to question our relationship with AI. Get ready to dive into the fascinating world of AI and see how it's set to change everything. Get ready to dive into the exciting world of artificial intelligence, where a breakthrough in deep learning has us on the brink of an AI-driven economy. Not too long ago, AI was something you'd see in a sci-fi movie. But today, everyone from school kids to top executives is buzzing about how AI is going to change our lives. The author has seen this firsthand. Whether he's speaking to kindergartners in China or CEOs at conferences, the questions are surprisingly similar. Will we have AI teachers? And what jobs will exist in the future are on everyone's mind. AI might seem like a recent phenomenon, but it's actually been developing for decades. The game changer? A breakthrough in deep learning. Let's take a journey back to the 1950s, where pioneers like Marvin Minsky and John McCarthy dreamed of giving computers human-like intelligence. By the time the author entered the field in the 1980s, there were two main approaches: rule-based AI, which relied on programming specific rules, and neural networks, which allowed machines to learn from experience. The neural network approach needed tons of data and faster computing power to really take off, which finally happened in the mid-2000s. AI researcher Geoffrey Hinton cracked the code by adding more layers to the neural networks, vastly boosting AI's processing power. This innovation, known as deep learning, hit the big time in 2012 when Hinton's AI crushed the competition in a visual recognition contest. Suddenly, AI could tackle complex problems, spot patterns, and deliver incredible results. From recognizing faces and voices to making smart financial decisions and even driving cars, AI's potential seemed limitless. Thanks to deep learning, we're now on the cusp of an AI economy that's set to revolutionize everyday life. In just a few short years, China has transformed from a tech copycat to a top contender in the world of AI. China had its Sputnik moment in 2016 when the AI program AlphaGo defeated champion Go player Lee Sedol in a stunning 3-game tournament. With 280 million Chinese viewers glued to their screens, the emotional defeat of Lee didn't crush the nation's spirit. It ignited a fire. Inspired by the possibilities of AI, the Chinese people and government rallied together, much like Americans did after the launch of Sputnik. Following this pivotal event, the Chinese government declared their ambition to lead the world in AI innovation within the next decade. This was a bold move for a country that had, until recently, been more known for copying technology than creating it. In the early 2000s, China was famous for mimicking Silicon Valley's successes. Many in the West dismissed China as a mere imitator, but they missed a crucial point. By copying, Chinese entrepreneurs were learning and honing their skills to create their own world-class products. Take Wang Xing, for example. He started by creating Chinese versions of Friendster, Facebook, Twitter, and Groupon. Through this, Wang not only mastered product design, but also became a tough competitor in China's fierce market. When he turned his focus to his group discount service, Meituan, he was ready to outdo Groupon. Wang didn't just copy, he innovated. He made Meituan user-friendly for the Chinese market with densely packed page designs. He avoided early overspending and instead focused on long-term success by securing exclusive deals with vendors and building a fast, reliable payment system. Unlike Groupon, which tried to ride on one idea, Wang diversified Meituan's offerings to include movies, food delivery, and local tourism. By 2014, while Groupon was declining, Meituan was skyrocketing, becoming the fourth most valuable startup in the world. China's journey from copying to creating has reshaped the global tech landscape, and it's clear they're just getting started. China's online world is a goldmine for the data that AI craves. One major difference between Silicon Valley and Chinese startups is their approach, light touch versus heavy touch. Silicon Valley companies, like Uber, focus on connecting people with rides but leave the details, like gas and maintenance, to others. In contrast, China's Didi goes all in. Didi not only connects riders with drivers, but also owns the gas stations and repair shops that keep their cars running. This heavy touch model makes it tougher for competitors to copy and gives Didi control over vast amounts of data, which is crucial for AI development. China is already sitting on the world's biggest data goldmine, thanks largely to companies like Tencent, the creators of WeChat. WeChat is more than just a messaging app. It's a super app that lets you do almost anything. Most Chinese people are mobile-first internet users, meaning their first internet experience was on a cheap smartphone, not a PC. WeChat caters perfectly to this audience, allowing users to chat, order food, unlock shared bikes, buy groceries, book movie and plane tickets, schedule doctor's appointments, order prescriptions, and trade stocks, all without leaving the app. A big part of WeChat's success is WeChat Wallet, introduced on Chinese New Year in 2014. The app allowed people to send digital red envelopes, a traditional gift of money, with no transaction fees. It was an instant hit. On launch day, 5 million people linked their bank accounts to WeChat and sent 16 million red envelopes. Since then, China has rapidly moved towards a cashless society. All this activity generates a treasure trove of data, revealing what people buy, where they go, and so much more. With this level of data integration, China's AI landscape is primed for explosive growth, making it clear that they're not just participants in the AI race, they're leading it. China is gearing up to become the top player in internet AI, but business AI is a different story. AI is making its way into our lives in 4 waves, and the first wave, internet AI, is already here. Think of YouTube suggesting your next video, or the Tushio app not only recommending articles, but also generating them based on your preferences. Right now, the US and China are neck and neck in internet AI. However, in 5 years, the author predicts China will pull ahead with a 60-40 advantage. Why? China has more internet users than the US and Europe combined, and a population that's quick to embrace mobile payments. Apps like WeChat Wallet already enable users to send small payments to content creators they like, fostering a thriving environment for innovative content. The second wave is business AI, where the US currently holds a strong lead. Business AI is already making waves with algorithms that handle financial portfolios and bank loans. China has some impressive innovations too, like Smart Finance, which offers loans without relying on traditional financial history or zip codes. Instead, it uses unique metrics, such as how quickly you answer questions and your phone's battery level, to provide reliable loans to underserved populations. However, China lacks comprehensive business records, a critical element for business AI. The US, on the other hand, excels in this area with extensive databases of banking, healthcare, and business transactions. This gives the US a 90-10 advantage in business AI. The 5-year outlook is slightly better for China, with the US advantage expected to narrow to 70-30. So, while China is set to dominate internet AI, the US remains ahead in business AI, at least for now. China is ahead of the game in perception AI, but the US has an early lead in autonomous AI. The third wave of AI is perception AI, which includes voice and facial recognition programs. China has an advantage here, due in part to cultural differences. Americans have many Big Brother fears about their image and voice being captured, while the Chinese are more agreeable to the idea of giving up some privacy in return for more convenience. Perception AI has the potential to be an exciting area as it blurs the boundaries of online and offline. This is why this technology often falls under the category of online merge offline, OMO. One OMO application we'll be seeing more of is the smart grocery store. Imagine grabbing a grocery cart that scans your face, recognizes you, and brings up your shopping list. In doing so, it greets you in the voice of your favorite actor. And since it scans everything you put in the cart, it can stop you before you reach the checkout counter if you forgot anything. It could even remind you of your loved one's favorite brand of wine as you approach that section. China is already making the Xiaomi line of products, which turn your home into a voice-activated, AI-enhanced environment. Due to a local manufacturing hub in Shenzhen, these products, which include speakers, refrigerators, rice cookers, and vacuum cleaners, are very affordable. China's manufacturing advantage and U.S. privacy concerns give China a 60-40 lead now, and the author expects it will grow to 80-20 in 5 years' time. The fourth and final wave is autonomous AI. So far, we haven't even gotten close to the kind of technology that gives robots human-like intelligence, and it's possible that we never will. But we do have drones, which are becoming more advanced in machines that can recognize the color of a ripe strawberry and gently pick them. Google and Tesla are also transforming our motorways with driverless cars, which will be rolled out in years to come. So, the US currently has a big lead in autonomous AI, which the author puts at around 90-10, but China is eager to catch up. In fact, the Chinese government is very proactive in issuing AI-friendly policies and regulations, so it will be easier to implement this technology on a wide scale. Already, China is building a highway in an entire city the size of Chicago especially designed for AI vehicles. So in 5 years' time, it'll be closer to a 50-50 split. Experts are still debating whether AI will lead us to a utopia or a dystopia. When economists and researchers discuss the future with an AI-driven economy, they usually fall into two camps. On the utopian side, we have visionaries like geneticist Ray Kurzweil. He believes AI will be the ultimate tool to enhance our bodies and minds, making us smarter and helping us live longer. Similarly, AI researcher Demis Hassabis sees AI as the key to curing diseases and solving massive problems like global warming. But in the dystopian corner, there are figures like entrepreneur Elon Musk and physicist Stephen Hawking, who warn that AI could pose serious threats to humanity. For instance, if tasked with solving global warming, an AI might conclude that eliminating humans is the best solution. Economists are also divided. Much of the debate traces back to a 2013 Oxford University study predicting that 47% of U.S. jobs could be at risk from automation in the next 20 years. Naturally, companies would be eager to cut costs and boost profits through automation. However, there's a crucial distinction between automating tasks and entire jobs. Most AI today can automate specific tasks rather than replace whole jobs. For example, an AI tax advisor can calculate returns and spot inconsistencies, but can't engage in nuanced client conversations. Following the Oxford study, various reports emerged. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, estimated that only 9% of U.S. jobs were at risk due to automation. A 2017 report by PricewaterhouseCoopers, PwC, suggested 38%, while McKinsey Global stated that around 50% of tasks worldwide are already automatable. This wide range of predictions keeps economists divided. The author leans towards the PwC report, believing the number of displaced workers could be even higher. Why? Because these reports often overlook ground-up displacement, New businesses like Smart Finance and Tushio that don't hire traditional roles like loan officers or editors from the start. These companies won't automate and then fire employees. They'll simply never create those positions in the first place. The future with AI is still uncertain, and whether it will be a utopia or dystopia remains up for debate. After a serious health scare, the author is hopeful that we can work in harmony with AI. In 2013, the author was diagnosed with stage 4 lymphoma. Up to this point, he was something of a workaholic, but that all changed. He realized that so much of the effort put into his career was meaningless now. Facing up to his own mortality, he now understood that being productive wasn't what made him human. In fact, that was more like being a machine. What made him human was his relationships with his family, friends, and those close to him. Thanks to a course of chemotherapy, he's currently in remission, but the experience changed how he envisioned AI and humans working in harmony. The emergence of AI presents us with an amazing opportunity to hand over much of our unpleasant mechanical tasks to algorithms so that we can focus on the human aspect of our lives, interacting with one another, being part of a community, and making the world a better place. However, this would require a fundamental shift in the value we place on certain jobs. Currently, highly paid jobs are usually ones that generate profit, and these are also the jobs that can often be carried out by AI. Meanwhile, jobs that can't easily be automated, such as caregivers and personal aides, are undervalued and underpaid. Sure enough, this is a booming field in the U.S. with 1.2 million home health aide and personal care jobs to be added within the next 10 years. However, these jobs come with an average salary of around $20,000. If we can raise that salary while letting AI generate profit in the corporate sector, we could simultaneously ease the job displacement issue and better care for our communities. There are a lot of ideas for how to cope with displaced workers, like taxing the wealthiest people in order to issue a universal basic income, which would see that everyone received enough money to get by. And while some form of a basic income may be necessary, relying solely on this solution would be a shame. Doing so would be avoiding the opportunity to enact real social change that could benefit the entire world by creating human-centered labor markets not as driven by profit. Instead of focusing entirely on money, maybe we should be more like Bhutan, which looks at gross national happiness as the real sign of progress. China is poised to become an AI superpower in the AI economy that is expected to be worth $15.7 trillion worldwide. Thanks to a government that is eager to help push new tech businesses forward, a robust manufacturing hub, and a goldmine of personalized data at their fingertips, China has what it needs to start making amazing AI products and applications. While some worry that an AI economy will result in devastating job losses, if we shift our values toward rewarding human-to-human jobs such as caregiving and community-based work, we may emerge as an even better society and improve the world we live in. Thank you for listening. The end.